Hello, this is Ramiro again with Paradise Chevrolet Fleet Department. Today I'm going to talk about our Express Chevy van. There's two different types of vans. Actually, there's a few different type of vans. You got the 2500, you also have the 3500, you got the standard length, you got the extended length. Today I'm talking about the standard, regular length Express 2500 van. In this van, you're able to get three types of engines. The first one's a 6-cylinder. The other one's a big V8. The other one's a diesel engine. This one in particular is actually the 6.0, the V8. I've had that engine for a long time. It is a little bigger engine. A lot of guys like that, just in case you're carrying some extra weight. It's easier to kind of take off. Some misconceptions with the diesel. A lot of people think that because it is a little Duramax that you're going to be able to get an Allison transmission. That is not true. That is only in the Silverado. Another thing is because they also look at the cutaway van, which is a van, they think that you can get a diesel in that because it's available in the Express van, and it's not. So the diesel is not available in the cutaway. You can only get either the 6 or the 8-cylinder. So again, this is the 6.0 that we're talking about, the bigger V8. Again, you're looking at in the engine compartment here, everything's pretty easy. GM kind of lays it all out for you. Everything's really easy to get to. The reservoirs are all kind of see-through for you do-it-yourselfers. You can kind of just look at it really quick, see what your fluid levels are, and just fill it up as you go and hit the road, man. Get out there and make some money, man. So that's pretty cool. All right, moving over here to the side, you're going to see this is just a regular van. You guys have been buying vans for a long time. You're going to remember that some of these had side doors and on both sides. Yeah, they don't do that. It's been a few years since they've done that. So anyways, this one has power windows, power locks, power mirrors, which again, that's kind of a fun thing, and not a lot of the work vehicles will have that. You're going to see up here on the steering wheel, you do have cruise control on this one. Remember, cruise control is not standard. That is, it has to be ordered that way. You're going to see over here on this side that it does have the radio controls. You can also see, if you look closely, you can see where it says where it has a little phone there you can answer and kind of hang up, so you can kind of see, so you know that it has Bluetooth. Up top there, you're going to see a little rear view mirror. It's a little bigger than the traditional mirror, and the reason is that because this thing is 10,000 pounds and under, federal law requires that it has a backup camera, and that's where the screen is. So when you put it in reverse, you'll see it up there. This does have a upgraded radio with a it looks like it has CD. It does have navigation. We don't have it on for you quite yet. We'll show it to you on the way there toward the end, but it does have navigation. We ordered it with that MyLink navigation radio. 110 plug, USB. You also have the regular well, we always, us old smokers always say it's a cigarette lighter, but the new, people that don't smoke anymore, you use that for the old plug-in chargers for your radio, or excuse me, for your cell phone. All right, so this one here actually has a regular bin package. Our good friends at Commercial Vantage here took care of for us. This actually has a double drop-down ladder rack. A lot of companies are going toward this just because, when it comes to workman's comp and things like that, it just seems that there's more people hurting their backs or whatever, trying to get the ladders and, climbing up to try to get the ladders. This is actually pretty simple. You have just a little latch. I'm telling you, it's pretty effortless. You just kind of bend it down right here, and it just kind of comes right down. It's a little slower right now, only because there's no weight on it. But then you just take your ladder off. Pretty simple. So this is a double drop down, and the reason they call it double because the other side is identical. Again, this is through Adrian still. There's other companies that do it also. You can also get, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's who's the other? We have another company that has the Ergo rack or something like that. I think it's through Master Rack. So these doors here do open up pretty wide. You can kind of see, in case you got to get a water heater or AC unit or anything like that, you're able to kind of put it in there. Most of the vans that we order will have a rubber floor. Some don't. You can order it without it. I don't know why you would, but this one does. Just standard shelving. You're usually going to have two here on the passenger, or excuse me, the driver's side. One little one here on the On the passenger side, again, all through Adrian steel, you're going to notice that the bulkhead there at the end is actually a composite. Now, one of the reasons we like using this, and a lot of companies like buying those, is because you're kind of separating the cab from the back of the vehicle. And especially for guys that are carrying chemicals or anything like that, you can kind of, I mean, it's not 100%, but you're going to be able to kind of prevent some of the smells and things like that to go forward. Also, you know, if any of you guys have had vans in the past, you know a lot of these metal bins are kind of noisy, so it'll kind of cut down on the noise. But I think the number one seller is that when you have the AC on, especially because like it's getting pretty warm right now, it only really kind of keeps the cab cool. Or in the wintertime, it will keep the cab warm. So it's, you know, it's a smaller space to keep the AC or the heat in. So a lot of guys like that. Again, we normally do not order these with windows. Some guys like them, some guys don't. This one does not have them. Again, if you absolutely want windows, we have 80 vans. I'm sure we have a couple with them. This one actually has a tow hitch. Again, one of the reasons the 6-cylinder, or excuse me, the 6.0 V8, the bigger one, because again, a lot of guys will tow with these things. So we do have that one here. You're going to see this is where the camera is. Again, because it's under 10,000 pounds, you're going to have a backup camera. All right, moving over here, you're going to see this is the other identical to the other side as far as the drop-down ladder rack. This one does have a slider. Some guys like the barn doors. Almost probably, I'd say about 98% of the vans that we order are going to have the sliding door, especially with the way traffic is and parking and all that stuff. It just seems like if you're doing any kind of service calls and you're inside a parking structure or something like that, it just seems it's a little easier if you're parked between some cars to kind of slide the door and get your stuff out versus trying to open up barn doors and next thing you know you're hitting the vehicle next to you. So again, we do a lot more sliding doors. We do have, like I said, a ton of them. If you absolutely want barn doors, they're pretty easy to get. All right, and then you get a little closer look at the compartment. You do have a window here you can see back. But yeah, pretty nice. All right, so here's the passenger side. Again, you're going to notice power windows, power locks. You get a little closer look of the USB, the 110. I'm going to go here to the other side, and I'll turn on that radio for you so you can kind of see what you're looking at as far as the navigation system. Let's see. I'll go ahead and turn that on for you. You can see right there it says the Chevy MyLink. There you go. Pretty nice. It's not like the old work vans anymore, man. All right, guys. So that's oops. Oh, it does have OnStar also. High-speed 4G connection. It has OnStar and Wi-Fi. So, guys, thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video, and hopefully there'll be more to come. Thank you.